Now we turn to an update on the trial of Natalie Cochran, the former Beckley pharmacist accused of murdering her husband, Michael Cochran. The jury has heard the entire case and will begin deliberations tomorrow morning. They received 18 pages of jury instructions from Judge H.L. Kirkpatrick and heard a total of about 2 hours of closing arguments. Here's a recap of everything that happened earlier today. The court spent much of the morning taking up legal matters, including how the judge should instruct the jury, as well as the evidence used in the state's questioning of its one rebuttal witness, Robert Hinsman. Hinsman previously took the stand as a witness during the state's case in chief. He is the former lead investigator into Natalie Cochran's financial crime charges. His primary testimony was to rebut the testimony of the Cochran children, who both said that Michael Cochran did know about the fraudulent business and was in fact the one in charge. Hinsman testified that that was not true. According to his investigation, Michael Cochran believed his business to be legitimate and had no knowledge of Natalie Cochran's fraudulent activity. After his testimony, the judge read the jury 18 pages worth of instructions, and closing arguments began. The state began arguments by laying out its case that Natalie Cochran murdered Michael Cochran with insulin to prevent him from finding out the full extent of her fraudulent behavior and turning her in. Assistant prosecuting attorney Ashley Accord took the jury through the timeline of events leading up to Michael Cochran's collapse, of the hours Michael spent unconscious in the house before being taken to the hospital, and the results of the subsequent investigation. Here's an excerpt of Accord's closing argument.
You may not have done the math, but I have. Next Thursday will make 6 years to the day since she injected Michael Cochran with insulin in his home. 5 days after that will be 6 years since Michael Cochran left this earth. 6 years since 2 children lost their father. 6 years since this woman, Donna Bolt, and this man, Ed Bolt, lost their son. 6 years since they were able to see him for the last time. Michael and the people that loved him deserve to have the most thorough investigation that we could conduct. And we've done that. We've done everything we could to show you what really happened to Michael. These people have waited long enough for justice. Michael has waited long enough for justice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you at this time to deliver that justice and to find his wife, Natalie Cochran, guilty of the first-degree murder of Michael Cochran. Thank you.
In the defense's closing argument, defense attorney Matthew Victor continued the narrative that the defense had used the entire trial, that the state had no coherent theory for the alleged murder of Michael Cochran, and has in fact presented multiple theories. Victor argued that the state's expert witnesses presented opinions and guesses and did not actually know what happened to Michael Cochran. Further, the defense pushed back against the state, saying that Michael Cochran did in fact know about Natalie Cochran's fraudulent activity and was involved in it. Victor also said that Michael Cochran had serious health issues and was deteriorating in the weeks leading up to his death. Here's how Victor closed his argument out.
But I heard a statement once that it's not the one who speaks last, or trust, not the one who speaks last, but who speaks the truth. We have no reason to come here and hide anything from you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Ms. Cochran should not be perhaps invited home for you to have dinner with her on Sunday. I told you that. She is committed crimes of fraud, crimes of mail fraud, crimes of dishonesty, but that doesn't make her a murderer. And if you cannot answer these 3 questions, what, how, and first of all and foremost, why, then the state fails to prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's why we're asking you to find her not guilty. Thank you.
Now, we do not know when the jury will return a verdict in this case. The jury will begin deliberations tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We will update you when they reach a decision.